Hey, did someone cut the power? We have an episode to show. Ugh, grab the flashlights.
We have some yummy community service opportunities for you in What's the Word?
With fall sports wrapping up, our Bears look to make the run for state. We'll have more in the Grizzly Grind.
Now for an extra spooky episode of the BBN.
It was a dark and stormy night at the BBN studio.
Our anchors and reporters were out and about, not knowing what was coming for them.
Bro, my battery died.
I told you this was stupid.
Now, as you guys might be able to tell, we're all here to theme at the BBN studio, as Halloween is one of our favorite times of the year.
Gavin, what are you even supposed to be? You look the exact same.
A frat guy, obviously. The hat, jersey, glasses. Can you not tell?
Well, I mean, since you're showing school spirit with your costume, let's see what Lauren has for the rest of school and StuGo stuff.
Hey Basha Bears, thank you to everyone who made this Spirit Week a success. It was fun to see all of your costumes. Last week, we held our annual Trunk or Treat event. It was a huge success.
My kids in StuGo did an awesome job. This is a pretty cool event. We got about 20 clubs out here tonight. They all have like their own special booth that they've designed and put together. Everyone's handing out candy. So we've got some inflatables in the back. It's really just a fun event for the community to get together and do some early candy hunting.
Last Thursday was a trunk or treat where many Basha students came to volunteer and make an amazing early Halloween. Let's take a closer look. Right now I'm here with
Josh Hankins with DECA. We're just doing some sports themes, little throwing game, just kind of a little bit of everything, but it seems to be pretty popular.
Any booths that you've enjoyed so far?
Maybe like the cannon one.
Cannon one?
I see someone with a Cookie Monster trunk, and I thought that's pretty cool.
So we've been out here for a little bit now. So what is your favorite costumes you guys seen so far?
I've definitely seen a lot of Minions, so they're my family, obviously, hence, the costume.
I've seen a lot of superheroes, honestly. They've been popping out recently, so yeah, that's my favorite.
Do you have any favorite costumes that you've seen so far?
No.
No? No dragons, no... Not me?
No.
No? And what do you say to those who are missing out?
Next year, be there, be square, Trunk or Treat 2025.
This has been a Trunk or Treat to remember. Justice Korea for BBN News.
What a blast. Don't forget, tonight's game is just down the road at Castile at 7 p.m. And to keep with the spooky season, tonight's game will be costume themed. Show us your spooky costumes. There's only 2 more regular season games left, so come out and support our Bears. That's all I have for you this week. Ta-ta for now.
With the lights back to normal now, Matt can finally share an exciting program he would like to introduce to us, called Wheels Without Waste. Let's take a look.
I'm Matthew Merrick with What's the Word? I'm excited to fill you in on all the campus news. But first, your Fun Fact Friday. Did you know the earliest known instrument is the Neanderthal flute, dating back to 50,000 years ago? Unfortunately, those weren't present last week when band won 4th place. And they probably won't be when they go into the semi-final state festival. But here's more what you might see.
This Saturday, we're going to be performing in the semifinals. If we win, we're going to the finals, which is 2 weeks from now. While next week, we're going to San Antonio. It means pretty much everything. We work really hard for this, if not 10 to 11 hours a week, plus football games. We love performing for people, we love competing, and yeah, we just love it.
Just as a reminder, JROTC is hosting a canned food drive. It is for families of students within the CUSD area. However, if they raise enough food, they will go to a food bank. The drive starts today and goes until the 15th of November. If you're looking for some produce, you should check out Borderlands Produce on Wheels Without Waste at Bologna Elementary. They are trying to help make sure that fresh produce does not end up in a landfill as it would otherwise, by offering to give it in bulk for very cheap. And if you're looking for some volunteer hours, Produce on Wheels Without Waste is always looking for people to help them out. It's on Saturdays starting November 9th. Just sign up through this QR code. They can only take so many volunteers, so be sure to sign up soon. It's a fantastic and tasty way to give back to the community. And if you're looking for some produce, for just $15, you can get 70 pounds of fresh and local items. Stop by from 8 to 11 in the morning. The National Merit Scholarships were awarded a while back. Here are some of the recognitions for some of these hard-working students. All these wonderful students did their best, put in their hours, and it all paid off. That's all for this week, Basha. See you later.
I know something that I struggle with is procrastination, so in case you guys have the same exact problem, Andrea is here to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to use your time better.
Happy Halloween! By the way, semester exams are coming up, and even though you're still learning new material, it's never too late to start on your studies. I know I need to. Every student knows the struggle of test preparation. As deadlines loom and pressure mounts, many find themselves staring at the seemingly expansive piles of notes, textbooks, and flashcards. Welcome to the world of cramming.
I feel like I have to kind of cram a little often. Like, whenever there's a big test, especially, I feel like I have to cram.
However, on the other side of having to experience the stress of cramming last minute, some students manage to study in temperance and not have to stress as much as other students with their own personal studying techniques.
Almost never. I only am nervous about, like, finals.
As the clock ticks down, students often rely on tried and true strategies, skimming notes, highlighting key points, and quizzing themselves on major concepts, but they're looking for a shortcut, racing to lock in the information just long enough to pass the test.
Whenever I take notes, when I get home, I turn the notes into flashcards, so the main topic I write and then I highlight it, and then on the back of the flashcard, I write what I need to know about the main topic.
It's scientifically proven that your brain can only process bits of information at a time. So if you want to ace that upcoming exam, start studying today, some tomorrow, and some the next day. I might do that. I have a lot to study for. I'm Andrea Powell with the BBN News.
For those of you who may have taken a recent trip to C101, you may have noticed that Miss W is no longer here at Basha. But don't worry, everyone. Even though Miss W has left us for a new job in Illinois, they are looking for someone to fill her shoes. Meanwhile, the mindfulness room may be closed, but for those of you who are seeking help, they still have flyers and numbers for you guys that you can call outside of school, along with help that is on campus.
In the meantime, if you go to the mindfulness room and there's nobody there, you can come up and find your counselor up here in the office, or you can talk to one of our two school psychologists who are also here in Counselor Row in the office. So stop by if you need anything. One of us will always be here.
Do you ever feel unsafe at school or around your peers? Well, Christian is here to show you guys a safe place where you can go.
Have you ever witnessed a fight on campus or a student being bullied? Well, our district has created a tip line where students are able to submit their concerns about safety.
Speak Up for Safety is an online tip line set up through the districts for students to be able to have access to report anything. It's basically a see something, say something, so an online tip where they can report a kid in crisis, a bullying on campus, possible threat to a school if anybody's bringing a weapon. The students have access to staff on campus, security that they can go to, so they have a lot of resources that they could use to report, not just on the tip line. I always suggest if you're going to be bullied that you report it to your parents first. Or come up to the front and report it to an administrator, teacher, or myself.
You can access the Speak Up for Safety form by either calling, texting, emailing, or going to the Chandler Unified School District website and going to Departments, Counseling, and Social Services, and then clicking the Speak Up for Safety online form to fill it out. I'm Christian Domino for BBN News.
The wins just keep continuing to add up for our varsity Basha football team. Emmet has the rundown of how all of our Basha teams are performing this season. Here's the Grizzly Grind.
Hey everyone, I'm Emmet Morris from the Grizzly Grind. I hope you all had an amazing week. Last Friday was another huge test for the Bears as they traveled to Chandler. Jaden is here with the recap.
It's a crosstown rivalry that everyone's been waiting for. As the 6-1 Basha Bears travel, the Chandler High School will take on the 5-2 Wolves in what many expect to be a repeat of last year's explosive matchup.
Coming off their bye week, Basha brought the heat right out of the gate when Tai Tuateli stripped the ball, resulting in a fumble recovery that would set up Noah Roberts on 2nd and 11 for a 25-yard touchdown.
With just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Chandler would lead 14-7, until, on 2nd and goal, Brody Veers would even the score with a wide-open TD pass to Mason Comer for his 2nd score of the season. After an exciting first quarter, it was a quiet second until there were 3 scores under 2 minutes and 17 seconds. First it was Chandler, and then it was Basha with a 66-yard bomb to Gio Richardson, which would put the Bears on the 16-yard line where, a few plays later, Veers would score his 19th touchdown of the season, tying the score again. But with 6 seconds left on the clock, Chandler would get one last play, and as time expired, dominant Parmigiano would scramble and throw to Carter Ochoa, putting the Wolves up 27-21, heading into halftime. In the second half, Chandler's offense would struggle after Menzel left the game with an injury, allowing Basha's defense to return to form with this sack from Blue Dantzler, forcing a 3-and-out for Chandler. By the end of the third, Basha would retake the lead on 1st and goal, with a 2-yard rush from Roberts to put the Bears up 28-27. They would go on to score 17 unanswered points, and their defense sealed the deal with this interception from Mark Dorson with 1 minute left in the fourth quarter, shutting out the Wolves in the second half. Final score was 38-27 as they moved to 7-1 on the season with a big win after an emotional week.
We just have to keep playing hard and keep doing our thing. And I think offensively we were good. Defensively, defense stepped up in the second half, and we just got to answer the bell at the end of the day, answer the scratch, and hit him in the mouth. I mean, it means everything. Like for Coop, he's my brother, he's my best friend, and it means everything to go out here, ball out, get a win for him, get a win for Mike. Like it means the world.
Jaden Ricken for BBN Sports.
Thanks, Jaden. With that win, that moved our Bears up to number 2 in the Open rankings. They travel to Castile tonight to take on the Colts. Our girls flag football team has been absolutely killing it. But they had a huge test this week as they took on top 5 ranked in the nation, Hamilton Huskies. They were overpowered by the Huskies' talent as they lost 35-6. They play next on Monday here against Perry. Let's move over to our volleyball team as they look to wrap up their season. On Tuesday, they came home to take on the Colts with late in the game a nice set by Lila Little to Cole Fluckinger to give the Bears a point. However, it wasn't enough as the Bears fell to the Colts 3-0. On Wednesday, they took to the road again to take on Verado, but they lost 3-0. On Monday, our badminton team had the first round of playoffs as they took on Pinnacle. They had a hard, tough-fought game against Pinnacle, but they ended up pulling out the victory as they won 5-4. On Tuesday, they traveled to Hamilton to take on the top-ranked Hamilton Huskies. In the second round of the playoffs, they unfortunately lost 5-0, which ended their season. Our amazing unified soccer team had their first match of their season. With 4.5 minutes left to play, Colin Townsley with the game-winning goal to give the Bears a 2-1 win. Don't forget, your Bears travel to Castile tonight to take on the Colts starting at 7. As well as your cross-country team travels to Caves Creek Golf Course tomorrow to run their state championship meets. Also, one last reminder to anyone trying out for winter sports, your tryouts start Monday the 4th, so make sure you get all your forms in this week so you're able to participate. Well guys, that's it for me.
Well guys, Raylan, I said we were done with this bit.
That wasn't me, bro.
You're not a bear.
Today we're going around seeing for smarter than a 5th grader. Let's get to it. Who am I with?
Alan.
What is the least popular state?
Probably like New Mexico. Rhode Island.
Idaho.
Wisconsin. What state is the Grand Canyon located in?
Arizona.
Arizona.
In Arizona?
She acting like these not 5th grade questions, bro.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Arizona.
Duh. What's the capital of Japan?
Hong Kong.
Bangkok or Bangkok, something like that. You hear here, folks. Bangkok.
Is it Tokyo? Tokyo.
What is the biggest city in the U.S.?
Biggest city? The one in Texas?
New York? I don't know.
Yeah. Los Angeles. Best high school in Arizona.
I mean, Basha. Come on.
I don't know.
Basha.
Basha. Well, it looks like some people need to study more. I'm Marcellus from BBN, and until next time.
Thanks for tuning in to our Halloween episode.
For some special behind-the-scenes footage of this very episode, make sure you guys check out all of our socials.
We hope you all had a fun Halloween, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!